What's up guys, South here, and today we are going to be looking at the Samsung Galaxy Note 20. So the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 has been showed to us today by Samsung, and I have some thoughts. So these are my first impressions before we get into the video. Thank you guys for 200 subscribers, we recently hit that mark. Honestly, I think we're doing good, honestly, yeah. Second of all, pardon me for looking down, my notes are actually all here. And last of all, huge shout out to MrWhosetheBoss and Marques Brownlee. I'm going to be using their video for the showcasing of the product. So huge shout out to them. And yeah, these are my first impressions. Let's go. So Samsung Galaxy Note 20, there will be two of them. So the Note 20 and the Note 20 Ultra. So let's go over the specs of the Note 20 Ultra first. So the specs: Snapdragon 865 Plus, 12 GB of RAM, 128 GB to 512 GB of storage with expandable memory. Triple camera setup, which we'll talk about later. 6.9 inch 1440p 144Hz hole punch display. 6.9 inches, nearly 7 inches. Wow, okay. So it comes around $1,300. Nice boxy design. There's nearly no bezel, a satin finish at the back, so kind of like what we have on the iPhone 11 Pro and the iPhone 11 Pro Max. And yeah, it's a glass and metal sandwich. So now the specs of the Note 20. So the Note 20 starts about $1,000. Am I American? No. Anyway, so plastic back, so no wireless charging or power share, so that's actually quite a big change. 6.7 inch flat 1080p 60Hz, okay. Same chipset, maximum of 8 GB of RAM, 128 GB of storage max with no expandable storage. A slightly smaller battery to 4300 mAh. No periscope camera, otherwise it's the same camera setup. So the Note 20 and Note 20 Ultra definitely have some big differences. So first, my impressions on the Note 20 Ultra. Note 20 Ultra actually looks really nice. Of course, we already knew what the Note 20 Ultra was going to look like, of course, thanks to Jeremy's promo. Sorry if I got that wrong. And there have been a lot of leaks online. Altogether, the whole device actually looks really nice. One thing to note, the S Pen has moved to the left of the device. Normally it would be at the right from the bottom. It's not a big change, only something to get used to. Hole punch has got smaller, so there's a bigger display altogether, less interruption, but you will see a little black spot while watching videos in full screen. But apart from that, a really nice front screen. Also, like I said, it does have that satin finish at the back, so it does have quite a soft touch. So it does look like the iPhone 11 Pro Max from the back, except for the camera setup, of course. The camera setup is quite bulky. The maximum zoom you can do is 50x, which we'll talk about a bit later. So altogether, that's the design of the Note 20 Ultra. Moving on to the camera of the Note 20 Ultra. The camera is a triple camera setup, so no depth sensor, no macro cameras, just a normal triple camera setup like we had on the S10, S10 Plus, and I think S20. So what you have is your standard, okay, so like I said, pardon me for looking at my notes. Standard 108 megapixel lens, so 108 megapixels, that's a lot of info. And also it is capable of recording 8K, but that is with the telephoto lens. So there is a 12 megapixel telephoto periscope lens, there's a 12 megapixel wide lens, like I said, 50 times max zoom. So I don't think a lot of people will mind, since the S20 Ultra had 100 times zoom. It was a bit blurry and I don't think you could use it for a lot. And of course 8K video, but it will zoom in a lot as it is using the telephoto lens. So 8K video is still basically a gimmick. So some changes to the S Pen, of course, it does have the Bluetooth functionality. It does have the gyroscope, so you can wave in front of your phone and for example switch to selfie camera or the rear camera. And there's there's a big change in latency for the Note 20. So before it was 42 milliseconds, they've shortened it all the way to 9 milliseconds. So that's definitely up to speed with the Apple Pencil. So that's about it with the Note 20 Ultra. Now let's move up to the Note 20, my impressions of the Note 20. So the Note 20, like I said, has a plastic back, which is quite a big change, as last year we did have a Note 10 and Note 10 Plus, but they did both have wireless charging and wireless power share. So I don't really see why we have no wireless charging in a premium flagship device. Like, that's kind of necessary these days. So yeah, that's it's a sticky one. 6.7 inch 1080p flat 60Hz screen. Now, like I said, it is a premium device. It is starting at $999. So why do we not have premium flagship spec Samsung that's actually looking like a budget smartphone? 128GB of max storage. That's, like I said, they have cut down in a lot of places in the Note 20. So it does have the same S Pen, but the latency is actually in 27 milliseconds, I think. So it's not as fast as the Note 20 Ultra. I don't see why the price tag is so high. Some advanced features with both of them. Some of you guys might have seen my how to use Samsung DeX with one single USB-C cable. Now with the Note 20 and Note 20 Ultra, you can do Samsung's DeX wirelessly via Miracast. That's actually really good, displaying everything on your device just using Miracast. So that's a big jump. So altogether, my impressions on the Note 20, not amazed, honestly. Like, they have cut down in a lot of things, and some places I honestly think they shouldn't have cut down on. For example, the wireless charging, that I actually use wireless charging a lot. Wireless power share also, because I have a watch. If this doesn't run out of battery, or the Galaxy Buds or AirPods, I can just slap them on there and it will be fine. The screen also 1080p 60Hz. Maybe Samsung could have put a 1440p display. It isn't a big jump. There is a little bit of difference. Apart from that, same colors, the same color as all the Samsung flagships have been. But these little things actually do add up to make a big difference. So altogether, the Note 20 Ultra and Note 20 are looking okay. So the Note 20 Ultra, honestly, for me, is going to be the better option. The Note 20 has been cut down. Honestly, it does have some of the same specs as we have seen in the Samsung A series. The price tag, honestly, I think Note 20 is way too overpriced. So that's my first impressions of the Note 20, Note 20 Ultra. I don't think I'm going to buy any of them, honestly. I've got my S10 Plus, that's running fine. So, I don't know, maybe we can see in the future. So this is Saf Ashros, like and subscribe. Like I said, big shout out to Miss MKBHD and MrWhosetheBoss for their clips. Their links will be in the description, and yeah, subscribe here, and subscribe here. So yeah, like and subscribe.